come out of a challenge before? Drop a 1 in the comments. Have you ever come out of a challenge? Mm-hmm. Good, good, good. Good. There we go. Now, I may say some things tonight that may go over some of y'all head because I do study a lot of mindset. So y'all try to stay with me on tonight, but I want to make sure I do my best to deliver what I have to say on tonight. Okay. So the first thing I want y'all to understand is this. The future is your present thinking made manifest. The future is your present thinking made manifest. So you have to first ask yourself, am I presently thinking about my future? Am I presently thinking about my future? Because understand that thinking turns into your thoughts. All right? The thought comes from thinking. And you want to put yourself in a space of having a focus only on a certain way of thinking all day. You want to get to a space where you're only thinking certain thoughts. It takes skill to do that. And there's a process behind it for you to do that. Okay. I was talking to Cliff last night. I was up late and I was talking to him and I was just sharing some things with him. And that was today as well. And I was telling him, I kind of gave him a little peek into the call today about the difference between prayer and an affirmation. Okay. Knowing the difference between a prayer and an affirmation, because a lot of people, has everybody ever studied their ABCs before? Yes or no? All right. They let you listen to 50 million songs on ABCs. Back in my day, it was Barney. All right. Your parents got you listening to ABCs 50 million times a day until you what? Got it right. Until it became an automatic suggestion. Okay. So now y'all can say y'all ABCs. If you try to forget about them, they won't leave. If you try to forget about them, they won't leave because you've now programmed yourself to automatically say the ABCs. So I want you to understand on tonight, you first want to take, what is it that you, listen, I'm ready. What is it that you want to say to yourself all the time on automatic? What is it that you want to say to yourself all the time on automatic? I had this revelation when I used to work a job. I used to drive to work. Let me go get these affirmations. I used to drive to work and I would literally be like, it's these affirmations, and I kept them on my car dash. And there's 30 affirmations. And it started off, I am in this world to discover and fulfill my life's purpose. I am in charge of my mind. I am strong in my mind, body, spirit. I had not known about affirmations prior to 2017. So I was doing these affirmations and I was saying them over and over again, especially when I got into IM. That really took it to a whole nother level because the environment I was around, they only talked about affirmations. So I started really embodying these things. I really started believing that these things were supposed to be in my life and these things were who I was supposed to be. Then what began to happen was I was in one of those Lacrice situations where I was suffocating on my job. I wanted to just have earphones on all day because all of the negativity that was there. But what started to happen was I was able to start building up some armor. I was able to start having some spiritual walls where nobody could penetrate or infiltrate my mindset because of what I was saying to myself didn't allow anything else to come in. So I began to say to myself, no matter what people would come to me and complain about, no matter what I was exposed to, because my affirmation number 3 said I was in charge of my mind, nothing could hinder me, nothing could bother me, nothing could shake me, and nothing could annoy me. Because I had begun to program myself, and it was perfect timing. Everything is always in great alignment, because if I had not had this documentation to position myself for suggestion, I would not have the right words right away to say the things I needed to make sure that nothing moved me or irritated me. Right? That's what began to happen, y'all. So over time, when I was faced in these circumstances, when I was put in these situations, my mindset automatically would say, I am in charge of my mind. It became automatic. Right? So you want to write down, what are you saying to yourself? What are you wanting to suggest to yourself every single day? Because I need you guys to understand the difference. Prayer and affirmations are two totally different things, because I am no longer in a state of affirming anything. I'm in a state of just prayer. I want you guys to understand the difference. See, a prayer is a request to God. It's a request to God or an expression. All right. Whether you're giving gratitude or you're making a request, it is something that you're sending. You're delivering something to God. That is a prayer. Okay. But prayer, it only works if you're feeling, all right, in the right state, and whatever your idea is, if they match this getting delivered. If you're saying to yourself, I want this new house. God, please let me get this new house. But when you finish saying, please let me get this new house, you get on a phone call with your homegirl and say, girl, I don't really know if I'm gonna get this house. I'm really nervous. See, that wasn't an effective prayer, because what you said contradicted what you sent. Woo! What you said contradicted what you sent. So that's why a lot of people are in these different predicaments, because they're saying, oh, I want a better situation. Oh, I want improvement in my life. I want a better financial situation. But you send your family, your friends, your colleagues these messages of complaining, these messages of lack. Yeah, man, I don't really know if I can keep coming here. I don't really know if I can keep doing this. So you told God to help you, but you told your friend that you didn't want the help, or that you didn't believe that it could work. So prayer is something that you're sending off. Prayer is what? A request or praise. But what is an affirmation? It's something that is affirmed. All right. Something that you may even say it publicly. All right. But affirmations, guys, ultimately is just something that you just agree with, something that you believe is true. Okay. All right. Something that you agree with, something that you believe is true, something that is affirmed. Okay. What is the definition of affirm? It basically keeps going to state as a fact. Okay. I affirm that that's my Lexus in the garage. All right. I affirm that this is my house. It's something that you assert strongly, something that you state as a fact. Okay. So what you want to begin to do, guys, is understand when you're making these requests known. When I say I am in charge of my mind, I am giving myself some new known facts. I am reprogramming myself. All right. But if you want something answered, that's called a prayer, ladies and gentlemen. So when you say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a millionaire, that doesn't mean you sent it to God. Ah, come on, B. I am so happy and grateful now I'm a millionaire doesn't mean you sent it to God. You're just stating something as a fact. I hope y'all catching on to this. I hope y'all with me. If y'all with me, drop some ones in the comments. Drop some ones in the comments. All right. Affirmations is just something that you state positively. So when people are trying to reprogram themselves and they're giving themselves auto-suggestion, ladies and gentlemen, you're just reprogramming yourself to have positive, dominating thoughts, to be reprogramming thinking, to get rid of all that negative thought. Notice that every time you look at affirmations, they tell you to start with what? I am so happy and grateful now that what? That first part of the sentence is I am so happy and grateful. That sentence expresses positive, dominating thoughts. That sentence expresses gratitude, right? I am so happy and grateful that I am a millionaire does not mean I sent that request to God. You can have an affirmation and don't pray. You can have an affirmation and don't pray. You could be an atheist with affirmations, right? I hope y'all catching this, because you got to make sure that you're sending the right message, because when the end of 2021 happens, right, and you're wondering why nothing happened, because you never sent your request to God. You kept communicating your request to you, right? But you never sent it to God. And you got to make sure as you're making those requests known, they start becoming your positive thoughts. And if you guys understand the power of the subconscious mind, et cetera, there's a whole nother training. I can talk about that later. All right. But you guys got to understand the difference. So that's what's happening with a lot of people is you got to understand there's two different things. You got prayers, you got affirmations. So what I challenge you on tonight to do is start creating effective prayers. Make sure that it becomes an effective prayer. I want you to take maybe 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, multiple times a day, and make your request known. Make your request known. All right? Because it's something so serious. right? People say, man, I keep affirming that I'm a chairman 10. I keep affirming that I'm a six-figure earner. Okay. But do you believe, right? Do you have faith behind that? You got to have some substance. Okay. So when I say, and then you got to hand it over to him. All right. You make your request known and you have praise in that request and you hand it over. Okay. You let go and let God. Right. Guess what? There's also a difference of. There's something called desire. Does everybody have desires on the call tonight? Desire is a strong feeling. It's an emotion, all right, of wanting to have something, wishing something would happen. Desire is a strong feeling. I strongly wish for this to happen. I strongly desire to be a seven-figure trader. I strongly desire to be a chairman, right? That's a desire of mine. Really wanting something strongly to happen. But I need you guys to understand, desire is your feeling, but it's not your imagination. Imagination is a mental faculty that forms ideas, images, and concepts of the external objects, but is not present to the senses. Imagination forms ideas. You can create images, ideas, and pictures in your mind with your imagination. You can see, I saw when I wanted to do Data and Kiki, the first MasterCAD class I did for Data and Kiki in December, I sat there and I said, okay, when do I want this to happen? What do I see it looking like? What is my presentation? What time? I actually had all that in my imagination. I had played back. Listen, I had done the workshops multiple times in my bed. Come on, B. I had performed the workshops multiple times while I was in my car, while I was in my bed. I had done those workshops. That was in my imagination, right? But that imagination was not, it wasn't along with my senses, okay? It didn't reside, it wasn't present to my senses, okay? So when I began to imagine these things, they're creating the ideas, they're creating the thoughts, okay? But it wasn't until I strongly began to desire that the feelings started to play a role. So when I connected my desire with my imagination, I began to have an effective prayer. Guess what happened? The class happened. Great turnout. Understand your imagination is the faculty, guys. It's forming the ideas. But people can have an idea all the time and not feel strongly about it. You can have an idea all the time and not have a desire to achieve. People, I want to be a chairman. Okay, that's a great idea. It's in your imagination. But I can tell you don't desire it because you're not taking action. Right? I want to be a six-figure trader, but you're not taking the right action to create the right feelings. All right? You take a piece of paper, you write it down, and you begin to work it. You begin to work that plan. Prayer versus affirmation, desire versus imagination. All right? I'm not going to talk about the other night because that's going to go over all the way over y'all head. I'm not going to go there tonight. Okay? But guys, we have to begin to understand that everything that you desire requires your focus. It requires your attention. You got to make sure you're doing things in an orderly fashion, and you got to make sure you're doing things in an effective way. So I challenge you guys multiple times a day, whatever your prayer, all right, whatever your effective prayer is going to be, I challenge you to sit quietly and send your request. Let it be known. And once you actually give it over, once you give it away, once you believe that, here, God, I appreciate you, bro. Listen, take my request. I'm going to do what I can do with what I know. I trust that you're going to do the rest. I trust that you're going to do everything else. So the affirmations is you reprogramming yourself, guys. Then when you get yourself in a state of positive, dominating thoughts, you now can send your actual request over to God. Right? That's the issue. We can't get rid of poverty until we get rid of the what? Poverty of mind. So the affirmations get rid of the poverty of mind, ladies and gentlemen. The affirmations are for you. The prayer is for God. Maybe that'll help. The affirmations are for you, but the prayers are for God. So then when you begin to transform yourself, when you begin to redevelop yourself, when you begin to start and then the thing is this, the reason I brought up the ABCs, guys, is because you want to get yourself in a state of automatically going to your subconscious mind, to your prayer, and let things be known. Most people don't have an automatic response to prayer. Most people don't have the automatic response. Most people have an automatic response to say the wrong things. Hence, that's why you got to keep doing affirmations and auto-suggestion until it becomes just as automatic as your ABCs, just as automatic as your birthday. Me and Cliff was talking. I said, bro, imagine how many times your parents had to call you by the name that you have today before you responded. How many times did you have to hear Leon before you finally said, okay, I guess that's me. I guess that's what they call me, right? I wonder how many times they had to call you by that name before you responded. So you got to go do this. You got to reprogram yourself and give yourself a new name in your mindset. You got to reprogram your spiritual self, affirming what you believe to be true about you. So when you say, I am in charge of my mind, I am a millionaire, you can automatically respond to the right news request. Right? You can begin to respond. So now you might not even want to call yourself Leon no more. You may want to call yourself seven figures. Give yourself a new name, because now you can respond to who you actually are. Right? You're not defined by your name, ladies and gentlemen. That's just something that you were given. That's just something that you were given. That's just a label. Just like I can create a clothing line and give it a name. Right? I ain't trying to let nobody feel bad about their name, but I just want you guys to understand. You got to reprogram yourself by affirming. All right. You may have an automatic response to say, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. I've been doing this for too long. I'm tired. I've been spending too much money. I don't have the money. I don't have the experience. I don't have a resume. I'm tired of my job, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You may have an automatic response to affirm things in a destructive manner. But that's why you have to reprogram yourself in a positive manner. So when you do really begin to send those requests to God, you're in the right state of feeling. You're in the right state of feeling, because understand that God is attracted to faith. And if you are feeling the wrong way, you're not sending your request. It all works hand in hand. I reprogram myself so I can be in the right feelings. Come on, B. I reprogram myself so I can be in the right feelings. For those of you who don't realize this, by the way, just because you're praying for something doesn't mean you felt it. You felt for it. What do I mean? There's something called sympathy and compassion. See, sympathy, I got a loved one that's sick in the hospital. I sympathize with them. When I sympathize, I agree to their state. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here I go. Let's take Day-Day. Day-Day is in the hospital. He is sick in the bed. Sympathy versus compassion. When I see Day-Day in the bed, when I use the effects of sympathy, I am validating that this condition exists. Come on, B. When I use sympathy, I am using the feelings of sorrow. I'm using the feelings of misfortune. Understand this. Sympathy is in agreement with anything that's destructive. Sympathy means that I agree that this lack, that this toxic, whatever you're dealing with actually exists. But my faith tells me anything of that word doesn't exist. But because I've been sympathizing with you, I have been going against my belief. So I have to understand, I don't need to sympathize with you. I need to be compassionate. I need to be compassionate. Why do I need to be compassionate, B? Well, compassion does not agree that that sickness, that whatever's going on, right, exists. Sympathy means concern. Come on, B. Sympathy means concern. So I've been doing it all wrong. So I've been doing, I need you guys to understand this. I've been doing it all wrong. Okay? I'm compassionate about your situation. Okay? but I dare not agree that it exists. I don't give it permission to exist. When I'm using sympathy, it exists. When I am compassionate, I see it, but I don't believe it because my faith overrides the facts. My truth changes the facts. My truth, my faith changes the facts. It may be a fact that you're laying in the bed in the hospital, not feeling well, but my faith doesn't see this ailment. My faith doesn't see this sickness. My faith doesn't see that it exists because I understand the power within you can also heal you. So if you did not agree, you got to stop being in agreement with things that are in a destructive manner. Right? What am I saying? So when you are praying, a lot of you guys are praying with sympathy. Come on, B. Oh my goodness. A lot of you guys are praying with sympathy. So when you're trying to make your request known, all the while you validate that it still exists. God, please, I want some more money. No. I'm so happy and grateful. Listen, y'all, I'm so happy and grateful now. That ain't for him. That's for you. You're trying to convince yourself to believe. That's auto-suggestion. You're trying to convince yourself to believe that you're a seven-figure trader or whatever it is that you want to reprogram yourself to believe. But when you start getting this, when y'all understand believing, listen, it's so peaceful. It's so easy, right? I'm so happy. I had to start telling myself this. I am so happy. I had to change the affirmations, y'all. When I gave this new, I had to scratch out words because even the affirmations were speaking wrong. It said, I don't even know what it said. Every something, everything. Oh, everything. I scratched it all the way up. Everything blank works out for my highest good. I don't know what it said, but I had to remove words that were speaking in past tense. Sometimes these affirmations come down my phone. I'm about to take the app off my phone because it's not even in alignment with me. Today, today will be a good day. No. Today is a good day. Right? Today is a good day. I need present tense. Right? I am unique and I feel good about being alive and being me. So you first got to make sure that these computers and these softwares are even in alignment with things that you should be speaking. Right? With things that you should be speaking. Right? But when you guys are praying, too many people are sympathizing their prayers. Right? I sympathize with you. That means I am agreeing with you. I am validating that the issue, the ailment, the situation, the challenge exists. No. I am compassionate about your situation, but this thing don't exist. Right? I am in charge of my mind. I had to say these things to myself, guys, because I had to give myself some new spiritual hardware. I had to reprogram myself. I had to take out the old hard drive and affirm who I am. I had to recreate myself. I choose to love with an expanded heart. I am excited about today. I am a powerful creator. I never said those things to myself. So when I begin to say those things, I'm saying it over and over and over again. Then one thing I know, I am faced with a challenge. And guess what started coming out of my mouth? Guess what started coming out of my mouth? I'm driving down the road, about to have somebody about to hit my car. Boom, hit my car. I am excited about being alive. I am excited about this joy. I am excited I'm having an amazing day. My auto response changed. I changed. Auto suggestions are for you to change. So when you begin to change, God can begin to hear you because you're now operating out of the right feelings. So now that you affirmed and auto-suggest yourself into a new being, a new feeling, a new spiritual maturity. So when you actually go to prayer, you're no longer sympathizing to God. You're compassionate about what come on, B. You're compassionate about what it is that you're going through. Right? I hope y'all getting this tonight. But what do I got to do? I got to focus on the right feelings. I got to reprogram myself. And I was talking to Cliff and I asked, I said, bro, what are you doing? What is your auto suggest? What are these things that you have? Right? And he was sharing, he said, it feels so good. So good. He's shifting. He's reprogramming. It ain't Cliff 1.0 no more. He's becoming Cliff 2.0. Cliff 3.0. Guess what? The programming updates never change like them iPhones. iPhones got 50 million updates. I got another one I got to do now. Guess what? If you continuously keep up, listen, if iPhone was still the same, you wouldn't be having some of the same connections, some of the same experiences. Your computer, your pictures, your camera wouldn't be better. But some of y'all want to have a new picture with the same equipment. Listen, you can't have an HD picture with using that 1996 software. Some of y'all softwares, aka your spiritual, your belief system, needs a huge update. So how often are you teaching and researching and studying yourself, having a self-transformation? How often are you suggesting who you are? I'm gonna tell y'all something so serious. I don't believe in depression. I don't believe in none of that stuff. Because the solution is just simply reprogramming. It's literally it. But what they've done, they sympathized and gave it a name. Now, I'm not saying people don't, that's what I'm saying, guys. I believe people do deal with things. I believe there are battles. But I believe none of it requires a pill. I believe it requires to sit their butt down somewhere and reprogram. I went through it. Guess what I did? I put on Mel Robbins and reprogrammed my dang self. Right? I said, no, I ain't this. Let me get some new words out because I'm stripping. My life is a dream come true. I had to reprogram myself. Right? Right? I went through it 2 times. Growing up in church, right? I'm going straight to hell because of my lifestyle. That's all I believe, because that's why I was programmed, heterosuggestion. I allowed the people around me to program my belief system. I allowed the people around me to tell me who I was to become. I allowed the people around me to put fear and still fear me. You got to understand who around you are speaking it to you. What are they telling you? Who are you allowing yourself to become by somebody else's suggestion? So when I began to take control of my own self, and I started studying things, I began to what? Shift. I began to get an upgrade in my spiritual development. When was the last time you had an upgrade, ladies and gentlemen? How many pages are you reading a day? How many mindset calls are you on? Who's going to be at the Lifestyle Leap Reloaded? It's going to be so many mindset development people in the building for only $47. That is insane. I know they're charging 4 figures an hour to do a one-on-one with them. Right? But nobody takes nobody takes their upgrade seriously. They want their old software to give a new experience. You still got that 1990 Mac. But you want this, you can't even download Instagram on that Mac. Do you understand? Listen. Do you understand? Because you keep capping your development, there are certain things, certain blessings that can't even be downloaded to your hardware. That can't even be downloaded to your paradigm because you don't have the right spiritual DNA. You don't have the right programming for it to take place. Y'all ever had an old computer and couldn't put programs on it no more? Y'all ever had an old phone that stopped working properly? No programs could get on it no more? You were forced to upgrade? Too many people are comfortable being old, expecting new things. That's why self-development is so important. You dare to tell me 52 weeks go by a year and you ain't read not now book, now page, now audio? You got to be kidding me. You mean to tell me you go to church once a week and validate that as your software upgrade? You mean to tell me you're allowing heterosuggestion to develop you? Ha! Heterosuggestion, by the way, guys, if y'all don't know what that word means, is somebody else is developing me. All right? Somebody else is programming me. But you expect these huge blessings. But the blessings are not compatible to your software. Ha! The blessings are not compatible to you. People who have listen, people leave this business not realizing they need an upgrade. They're blaming the external conditions. No, it must be the plug. It must be the lights must be, the power bill must not be working. They must not have paid the power bill. Right? I don't know why this device. I know the computer works. The computer works. I work. It must be the plug, right? It must be the people. No, you didn't go get your 2.0 upgrade. So those people you want to attract, or those trading accounts that you want to attract to your business, to your personal life, can't participate, can't download because you need an upgrade. Right? You need an upgrade. So we have to focus our attention on suggestion for the reprogramming. And once we get to the state, you're going to constantly be having upgrades. I don't want you to be, listen, some people in this world are still the same software that was when they were born. Some people in this world are still on the same software level when they graduated high school. I run into people all the time, and I be looking at them like, dang, they still the same person from 10 years ago. I got a homeboy. I'm like, bro, you look real dusty. You looking worse than 19. You looking real worse than 2004 right now. All right. Not only did you not upgrade, you downgraded. Your software is crashing. Okay. But it's unfortunate because so many people don't realize they need to upgrade, y'all. I hate to get to the person who thinks they know everything. It saddens my heart. I'm like, dang, I guess I gotta be compassionate. Guess I gotta be compassionate, right? So I will never sympathize. I will only be compassionate because I know if you change how you think, if you say the right things, if you reprogram yourself, guess what? You're going to what? Be able to start downloading different apps, different blessings. What is this app called? That's called a new house. What is this app called? Oh, that's called Physically Fit. What is this app called? Oh, it's called 100K Day. But you can't download these apps, ladies and gentlemen, until you upgrade yourself. All right? We have to focus our attention on development and prayer. Attention is the secret. Attention, sustaining it, holding it in your mind. You don't want to be listen, let me tell y'all something. What do I mean by attention? Focus. Whatever you focus on, expand. Things you do in repetition. We are what we do repeatedly. We are what we do repeatedly. We are what we do repeatedly. Aristotle said that. So if I say these copy can be ABCs on repeat, I guess I'm an ABC. Right? We teach our children to program all these little worldly things. That's cool. But I want to make sure my nephew ain't got to worry about none of that stuff. Right? So you got to understand, what are you giving your focus to? What are you paying attention to? Right? Because guess what happens when Apple has an upgrade and maybe one of the techs ain't paying attention? There's going to be something called a glitch. Y'all ever had them random little intermediate upgrades? Oh, my bad. We got to have some fixes. We got to fix some bugs. But if you were just focused and paying attention, you would never have to fix the bug. You would never have to fix the bug. So what do you give attention to? Right? And the question is, how long do you give it attention? That's why a lot of relationships fail. They do just enough to get them. Then they stop paying attention. Right? You gotta pay attention. And stop trying to figure out how it's going to happen. Guess why? Let me tell you, I'm about to ease y'all mind. Oh, I'm about to give y'all so much peace. You can stop trying to figure out how everything is going to happen for your life because you don't know how. You don't have enough knowledge. There are some things that you will never know because you don't have enough knowledge and you never will. Why? How is the sun sitting up there like that every day? How is the earth sitting in the middle of a galaxy? There are some things you're not, listen, you not on that spiritual plane with God. You ain't got God's wisdom 100%. Yes, you're made in his image. But it brings me peace in knowing I don't have to figure out how things are going to happen because I already know I don't know enough. It brings me so much peace. It's so simple. Back to these auto suggestions. Guys, if you write down, we talked about believe. I did a class, a call on believe, and I said the word lie lies in the middle of believe. This is probably last year. Believe, L-I-E, lie is in the middle, right? But the suffix of believe, it means to live. Okay? It means to live. But let me ask y'all a question. Let me teach y'all reprogramming. If you write down a lie on a sheet of paper, if you write it down and you begin to write it down enough over and over again, you begin to say it over and over again, do you know that you're going to believe that that lie is true? And the universal laws are going to deliver it to you. There are evil people in this world who have shown us that even people can believe a lie. I always go back to Hitler. Hitler was a prime example of, right on it. Hitler was a prime example of autosuggestion. He mastered, not only did he suggest to himself to hate the Jews, he convinced millions of people to, through repetition, through posture. They just simply believed, no matter how evil it was, that they conditioned themselves to believe it. So imagine if you could condition yourselves to believe the right things. Imagine a million lives that you can impact. Imagine a million lives that you can transform. All right? But my question for you guys, as you begin to reprogram yourself, are you ready for it? Are you ready for what you're asking? Are you ready for your requests? When you make these requests known, you send them off to God. Are you even ready for them when they come down? When those apps, AKA your blessings, download to your software, are you ready for them? That's the question. Right? Let me tell you how you get ready. Anybody know that answer? How do you get ready for your blessings? Somebody drop that in the comments for me. How do you get ready for your blessing? Because I'm about to give it to you. That's part of it. How do I get ready for my blessings? There we go. Act as if. Act as if. That's it. I got to gain conscious awareness. I got to know for a fact I have to get to a state of knowing this is my home. These things are where I already exist. All right? Because if you are preparing and you're ready for it, you got to embody it today. So when it comes, it already feels like it already happened. When it comes, it's going to feel nostalgic. Oh, I think I dreamed about this. I think I've been here before. No, you've just been participating for quite some time. And now that it has physically shown itself, you now have that physical equivalent. Guess what? It feels like you've been home for quite some time. Right? It feels like you've been home for quite some time. So conscious awareness, guys, mean you know how to use your spiritual DNA. You know how to use your spiritual principles to get everything that you desire. You got to reprogram yourself. You got to constantly give yourself an upgrade. I don't want to go into 22 and you still looking like 21. Right? Because guess what? Them 22 blessings ain't going to download to the 21 software. Them 22 blessings ain't downloading to that 21 software. And some of y'all asking for 21 blessings still looking like 20 software. So you got to ask yourself, what did I really upgrade myself? Am I really upgrading myself? Am I participating in a new upgrade every single day? What is my programming regimen? Right? What is my programming regimen? What screws and cracks and crannies do I need to fix and blow the spiders off of? What do I need to adjust? Do I need more humility? Do I need more money management? It's not always just knowing the spiritual laws. You can know the spiritual laws and still have poor money management. Right? There's every single area. What do people ready to work on? I got to get this muffin top off my side of my waist. Right? B, you making money. You may have money management, but if I ran a race, you're going to fall first. Right? There's areas in your life that have to be developed. So you got to check all areas. Your mindset, your spirit. Mindset and spiritual, two totally different things. All right? Your mindset, your spiritual development, your emotional development, your physical, your finances, your communication, your social. How healthy are you socially? Right? We read about this all the time. People can be sick in areas. You can have somebody that's sick physically. We're so caught up in thinking people can only be sick physically. No, you sick financially too. You need to go see a financial doctor. Right? You may be sick in your mindset because you break at every single temporary challenge. You want to give up. You want to turn around. I've been learning how to trade for about a year now, man. I don't know if I can do this. Well, then you need to stop today because you've already declared that it's not going to happen. And you keep talking about it. That's why you are delaying your progress. I've been learning how to trade for a year now. I wonder how many times you said it before you came to my phone. How many times have you said that at home? And I keep blowing accounts. Boom. Universe said, hey, let's prepare to blow another account. I keep blowing accounts. Message. Right? Man, I keep bringing people down. I brought in all these people. Everybody left the business. Yo, the next 20 people that come in, make sure they leave the business. Right? Man, I went through all the academy. I still don't know nothing. How many times did you go through the academy? I went through the academy 3 times. And I'm talking about the whole academy. Come to find out, you only need 100 series, 200 series, and 300. Look it up. 21 days of growth. Right? I realize people's inability to focus. Your attention is going to dictate your financial position. Your ability to focus. Your focus on attention. Focus on your attention. Sign people up all the time. The freaking system is there. Why are you not finished with phase 2? We in month 2. Your inability to focus. Doing things a certain way. Right? Man, I've been learning how to trade for about 2 years now. No. You might have been active on and off for 2 years. I ain't seen you on no trading calls. So let's not say that. I had a guy that left the business. I've been doing this business for 3 years. I should be a chairman by now. No, you ain't been doing this business for 3 years. You've been gone for 6 months. Let's make sure we count that window. Right? I'm tired of being in this rank. No gratitude, no vision, no development. Right? You gotta what? Upgrade. You gotta upgrade yourself. There has to be a self-transformation, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So prayer versus your affirmations. All right? Desire versus imagination. The desire is the feelings of everything that you want, but the imagination is the image. All right? Imagination is the image. It is the screen on your mind, but the desire are the feelings. When you combine the two, you have effective prayer. When you combine the two, you got effective prayer. Because some people, I say this all the time, you can't contradict what you're trying to send. Guess what? If you've ever had some mail and it got that little yellow stamp at the bottom, return to sender, that's what you do when you keep having sympathy when you're trying to send your request to God. Man, God, please help me get a new job. God, please. I'm so happy and grateful now. I have a new job. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm financially free. I'm so happy and grateful now that I hit 6 figures in my trading account. Amen. B, man, I keep blowing these accounts. No, pick which side you're going to be on. Because every time you contradict your prayer, that yellow stamp is at the bottom of the mail that was supposed to go to God. It said return to sender without him ever receiving your request. Understand having destructive thoughts is a boomerang having destructive thoughts is a boomerang effect to your prayer request. It's going to send itself out, but it never reaches destination. It's going to come right back and knock you upside your head, and you'll keep repeating that same cycle over and over again. So you got to choose sides, ladies and gentlemen. But how do you choose sides? You reprogram. Because when you begin to reprogram, you never have to choose. It becomes automatic. Come on, B. When you program, you never have to choose. You never have to fight your paradigm, because the old paradigm is going to keep flooding in like some water. It's going to keep trying to test you. It's going to keep fighting you. It's going to keep trying to override everything you're saying to yourself. You're going to be saying all your affirmations all day, and then somebody going to try to cut you off in traffic and test you. You're going to be saying your affirmations all day, and then your job is going to lay you off. You're going to be saying your affirmations all day, and your cousin going to say something to piss you off. You got to understand that you're going to be tested throughout life to see if you really did make an upgrade. And I'm going to tell y'all how y'all know you really arrived, because you have peace. You have peace in every single moment, in every single situation. I think I piss people off sometimes because how peaceful I am. You're not going to get mad. You're not going to respond. You're not going to cuss them out. For what? I got peace. My peace gives them the peace. My peace. Listen, peace. I don't have time for that. Double entendre. So when you begin to have peace, you have arrived. But anything shake and waver you, you got work to do. And we're always going to be working, because you got years and years of reprogramming we got to do, y'all. That's why you got to do this double time, multiple times a day. Lunch. You need to eat your affirmation. Y'all eating too much. Y'all eat too much food. Eat your spiritual food so you can always eat. Eat your spiritual food so you can always eat. Right? Play it in your ear. I told you guys a long time ago, record it. Hear yourself talking to yourself. Until one day when you do get cut off in traffic again, your response is not to have road rage. Your response is to say, man, I wonder what they got going on today. Your response is compassion. Right? Or when there's a death in the family, your response is not to go and get cut up and nut up and say, God, why? No. Peace, be still. God, comfort me. God, I thank you. This is the cycle of life. The circle of life. How many Mondays do you got left? Nobody knows. Again, not knowing is what brings me peace. Not knowing is what brings me peace. It's things I don't know. I'm going to do a lot of things, but I know who. I just have to know the who. I got backup. Front, back, side to side. Right? That's what I'm telling you guys tonight. So the power within. Know the difference between your prayer and affirmations. Reprogram yourself. Because if you're not feeling in the right state of mind, God is not attracted to lack. He's only attracted to faith. So you reprogram yourself to have a faith foundation. It's all circle, guys. You reprogram yourself to have a faith foundation. So when you make your request known, the request was sent out of faith, not out of sympathy. And so it can actually reach the destination. And then after that, you can put your blindfold on and go live your life in complete peace. Because after the request is sent, it's nothing else for you to do but what? Co-create. Usually doing nothing. All right. So I hope y'all got some value tonight. All right. That's it. That's why I said let go and let God. When I have reprogrammed myself on the faith foundation and I make my request known on the right plane, on the right frequency, I can let go and let God. And all I can do is do as much as I know in this world. I know I can share the plan. I know I can make calls. But guess what I don't know? I don't listen. Oh, this is so easy. It's so easy to do this stuff. See, I'm a chairman, y'all. I make calls. I develop leaders. I check on my organization. I see how they doing. I coach them. That's all I know how to do. But guess what's happening on the outside? There's people that are watching me that God sent to go watch my page. Guess what's happening for me? There's somebody that's been watching me that don't want to sign up with my business, but because they trust me, they referred a superstar. Guess what's happening for me? See, that was a sifting. God had to make people get out of my way. We had to resoil the foundation, right? My foundation is stronger than it ever has been. So that when the new people can arrive, it's going to even stand taller and stronger, right? Guess what? Learning how to trade. I've blown multiple accounts. I've lost thousands of dollars, right? But guess what God did? He sent this young lady that I met at a workshop that talked about compounding. He introduced me to compounding, right? Guess what he also did? I was driving down the road one day. I blew an account one day. Whatever, I ain't blew an account, but I was driving down the road one day and I became more in tune with my vision.
She'll be right back.
Listen, there are things that's gonna happen in your life. Like, no, this is so weird though, but it's that's what I understand. So I think it's later. Maybe listen, maybe it's a circuit. But listen, that's the call tonight. Make sure you give yourself all the transformation, all the knowledge, all the is. This is the best I can do with this computer because everything. Listen, I don't want the message to get delivered tonight. All right. But we made it through the entire call, so hopefully y'all can hear me. Outside of that, what's our hashtag for tonight? Because woo! What's our hashtag tonight? If you got some value, y'all drop some love in the comments. If you got some value, I think y'all this concludes the call. This thing do not want to turn on. Upgrade me. Let me upgrade you. Act as if. Let's start with upgrade tonight. Because if you don't upgrade yourself, you're never going to be in the right state of feeling. All right. Upgrade yourself because you're not going to be in the right state of feeling by through the auto suggestion. All right. So through auto suggestion, you will program yourself to get into absolute faith. So when you make your prayers known, they can actually be delivered. All right. So hashtag tonight, upgrade, and then in anywhere you at the chats or whatever, Instagram, tag me what your biggest takeaway was, because I want to see what your biggest nugget on tonight. Tag me in a team chat, social media, wherever you are. Send me what your biggest takeaway was so that I can also receive what it is that I said. All right. So pour it back into me, guys. I love y'all. I will upload the video to YouTube and drop the playback. Peace and blessings. Let's upgrade so we can catch all these 21 downloads. Peace and blessings, family. I love you guys. Should have played Beyonce after we got off the call, but my phone did. Take it easy.